As we heard earlier in the show from Councilmember Luis Chavez, the city of Fresno is going to lose millions in cannabis revenue this year. Only 2 pot shops have opened, but 21 licenses given out. Chavez admitting the city of Fresno owns some of that responsibility and also admits that cuts will need to be made because of it, more like under public safety. So let's bring in our panel back for round 2. Retired Fresno County Sheriff Margaret Mims is here. Fresno City Council Member Mike Carbasi. What do we make of, I'll start with you because obviously this is a City of Fresno thing, but what do you make of this? You guys were planning $10 million. You're losing millions on this deal. Has cannabis been just a big flop for the City of Fresno and the way that it was rolled out?
Well, you know, I've always voted against recreational cannabis. I'm not a fan, but the voters want it. So there's things that have changed since we started this process. When you try to take a black market business and bring it into the light, it's not going to be easy. And with the economy changing and the interest rates going up, the prices of cannabis not rising the way that they were anticipating, a lot of these people that had money to invest in these businesses, they don't have that money anymore. So that's going to be one major factor that's outside the city's hands.
The City of Fresno, obviously, the parameters as well. There was a lot of hiccups there.
Well, I think that what's happening now is we're actually adding more restrictions, which I like because I have one cannabis shop in my district. We've had no public safety issues, which I'm really grateful for. But I'm always worried about the worst case scenario with those kinds of businesses.
Real quick before I get to the sheriff, because this will come under public safety, he's saying they're going to have to make a cut to make up for that lost money.
I wouldn't say that. We're going to have to, we right now have a bit of a surplus. We're not in the red, we're still in the black. But I can tell you there is no way in heaven or hell I will ever support cutting the budget when it comes to public safety. It's not going to happen.
And when you hear about cannabis, obviously you're on a county level when you were sheriff, still a sheriff in my mind. But when you see that, you know how cannabis is on the black market. It's number one. It's a high seller.
It's huge. The black market will not go away. It's just not. It's so easy to grow and have marijuana and undercut a legal market. I don't think the black market will ever go away. It has just ballooned. And I can't blame the city for not getting it right the first time because the state has not gotten it right either. They put the cart before the horse. They legalized it, and then we'll see how we regulate this. And it's just been a mess. So you have a psychoactive, addictive drug that is using the big tobacco playbook when it comes to their business model. It is going to market to people because they need more customers to make more money, and it just means more use. Every state that has legalized marijuana has had a huge increase in youth use, and that's a sad state of affairs.
I want to finish with this. We have a couple of minutes here, and we hear Newsom versus Big Oil. That's really the headline there. They're going to continue to look at this to penalize Big Oil to see if there is price gouging. Shannon Grove, the state senator, came on here and says there's no shred of evidence of there. I still can't imagine that Big Oil is completely clean of anything, but at the same time, who is ripping Californians off right now? Is it the state or is it Big Oil?
Well, look. The question is, how do we respond to this spike in prices? And when has a new tax ever reduced prices for consumers? Never, and it won't. And so I'm curious what they're going to do to actually increase supply and reduce the price, because we also have statewide energy policies that make it very difficult to have alternative types of energy, even ones that don't produce carbon, like nuclear energy. It's all, we've got to get everything electrical. Your oven has to be electrical now. It can't be natural gas anymore. So part of this crisis has been created by policies from Sacramento.
I'll finish with you. Big Oil. But, Big Oil, they're making big money, right? So they can't be totally innocent.
But when you compare state gas prices, though, why is California it's skyrocketing? And here's how I feel about it. Pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. California is a tax hog. And that's why these small tax measures can't pass locally, because people don't trust when they pay the taxes that it's really going to what we want it for. Our gas taxes are high. To what? Repair roads. Our roads are awful. So why would we support more taxes, and why wouldn't we not blame the state of California for raising these taxes and then not giving us what we expect when we pay it?
All right, great stuff. Sheriff, Councilman, appreciate the time. Thank you so much.